Hello to all my beautiful sisters from another mister and all my fine ass brothers from another mother. What's going on, guys? My name is Honesty and welcome to my channel. Alright, y'all, so as y'all can tell by the title, today's video is going to be another story time. And in this story time, I'll be sharing with you guys about the time that guys ran up in my house to rob our house, to rob us, and tied us up and had us hostage and all that shit. Before I get into this video, I want to point out a few things. If it's dark, I apologize for the lighting, but it's 4 o'clock, about to be 4 o'clock in the morning. My baby's sleeping right there, so I couldn't turn on the light to have it bright. On top of that, if I'm talking low, she's sleeping. I don't want to wake her up. That's why I got this damn microphone on. So I apologize for that. But I was just so anxious to share this shit with you guys because it's like, yo, what the fuck? And I was like about 11, 12 around there. I used to live on the east side on top of a liquor store. And on top of the liquor store, it was 2 floors. So this apartment was my apartment, my mom's apartment, whatever. The second floor down here, it was my godmother. My godmother was the type, like, she always used to, she was always having her little parties or whatever. It wasn't like, oh, I'm throwing a party, come over. It was literally like every single day she would buy bottles, she would drink, she would smoke, she would chill, do all that hyped up shit. They used to sell candy. They used to sell candy, so they had a lot of people coming in and out their crib to get candy, you know what I mean? So that's how my godmother lived. Like she lived her best life every single day, like if it was her last. We used to live on top of her, and I used to go downstairs to my godmother's house, talk to them for a little while, just vibe with them for a little while, and then I'll go right back upstairs. Or if not, my godmother, my god sister, or whoever will go upstairs. It was like back and forth. We used to go to each other's house, right? So remember that I said that she used to sell candy, so it was a lot of people in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. It was too much. So I was old enough to understand what the fuck was going on, and so did my mother. So my mother used to tell me a lot, like, if you're gonna go downstairs, go in and out, like say hi, say bye, whatever, come back upstairs, don't stay long. God forbid, don't stay long. So the day that it happened, I was upstairs in our house, and my mom had the music bumping, and we was cleaning or whatever. And then I said, I was like, I'm about to go downstairs. I told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm about to go downstairs and ask my godmother for some money, because she was giving me money. I think I was going back to school, if I'm not mistaken. It was back to school. She was giving me money so that I could go buy me my sneakers or whatever. So I was like, Mom, I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna ask godmama for the money that she said she was gonna give me. I'll be right back. So my mom was like, okay. So I went downstairs. I walked in. It was my godmother, my 2 god sisters, their boyfriend, and a few other people. So I went downstairs and I was conversing with my godmother, I was conversing with my god sisters, and then we had just recently found out that one of my god sisters was pregnant, so they were showing me the ultrasound and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my god, like, what are you having? Like, I was so excited. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be another auntie, da 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 da. Like, I was excited. So my god sister has sent me upstairs. She was like, can you go upstairs and see if you got ketchup, bring down some ketchup? So I'm like, okay, I got you, girl. So when I was leaving out of their house to go and get it, oh, mind you, my sister, my older sister, remember I don't know if y'all read my last story time, heard my last story time, but if y'all didn't, y'all need to go check that out. When I was telling you about the time I was sleeping with my sister's boyfriend, that story time, my sister, that sister, Peanut, I think I called her Peanut, and Ed, which is her boyfriend, they were there too that day. They were downstairs too that day or whatever. So, and when I was leaving out of my godmother's house, I opened the door to go in, and right when I opened the door to go in, somebody was already opening the door to come in. Right when I opened the door to go out, somebody was already trying to open the door to come in. So when I opened it, they were right there. They had their hand on the knob or whatever, and I opened it, and when I opened it, they put their head down. They had the hoodie on, and it was a guy and another dude. I didn't know the other dude, but I didn't know none of them. But to be honest, I don't know why the fuck, but for some reason I thought that it was Ed. So when I opened the door to leave out, they just came right up in there, didn't look up, didn't look at me, no nothing. Like they had their hood on, they was naked to the floor, and I thought it was Ed. So as I'm walking out and they walked in, I went like this. I was like, well, how do you too, Ed? The fuck? Went upstairs. Remember, I thought it was Ed and maybe somebody else because I told you they sell candy, so it was a lot of, so I didn't think nothing of it. So I went upstairs. I got the kitchen. I went upstairs. I got the ketchup. And as I'm coming back downstairs, I opened the fucking door. When I opened the door, I didn't hear the noise that I usually would hear. Like, there was no way in hell that house was ever quiet. So for a second there, I'm like, everybody left. I know this bitch did not just tell me to go get ketchup and they was leaving. Like, I wasn't going that fucking long. I was going for probably like 10 minutes because my mother ended up telling me to do something real quick. So I did something for her real quick. Then I came downstairs to bring the ketchup. So I'm like, I know this bitch did not leave to go get her own ketchup at the stove or something. Like, where the fuck everybody at? So quiet. So instead of coming in the house and going straight down to the kitchen and the bedroom, like it had a long ass hallway. Instead of going to the kitchen and the bedroom way, came in and I walked this way to go to the living room instead. Because I'm like, okay, maybe they're all on the porch. And the porch door, like you have to go through the living room to get to the porch. So I'm like, maybe they're on the porch. So I went to the living room. They weren't on the porch. So I came out the porch, came out of the living room, and I'm yelling like, where the fuck y'all at? Hello, where y'all at? Why y'all so quiet? Now, mind you, this house, this the door. If you go down the hall, go like come in and go straight down. You're going to right down the hall. You're gonna get to the bathroom, and then right there is gonna be the kitchen, and then my godmother's bedroom. So what I did was when I went in there and I turned when like this to go see if they were in the hallway. I mean, not the hallway, the porch or in the living room. They weren't there. I came out of the living room. I went into that room. I seen that they weren't there, and I'm like, okay, because that was my god sister's bedroom right there. So I'm like, she's not in her bedroom. She was in her fucking bedroom. Like, once I got to the end of the hallway where where you got to turn to go to the kitchen and my godmother's room. Once I got like to the end of that hallway, something I don't know what. It must have been God, but something was telling me like, just turn around, don't even go that way. Like, just turn around and go the other way. Go back the fuck upstairs where your ass belongs. Something kept telling me to do that, but for some reason, like, I couldn't. Like, I was ignoring the little angel on my side. Like, oh, go upstairs. You don't belong here. No, I was ignoring that, and my little dumb ass gonna keep on going in the house. So I stopped. I did stop at the end of the hallway, and I'm like. I turned to go, and I was like, no, because the only thing I kept thinking it was, no, I gotta get this girl to catch up. Like, I'm not trying to have a star in my eye. She's hungry. She needs her catch up. She's pregnant. No, fuck that. So I need to get this girl her catch up. So when I turned, I went to the kitchen. I went to go and put the ketchup in the cabinet, and by the time I went to go look this way, like I went like that, somebody went like this to me, and like. It felt like a fucking movie. Somebody went like this to me from the back, covered me from the back, and then in this arm, it was against my neck, and they were like sliding me to my godmother's bedroom. This whole entire time, like, stop fucking playing, because I didn't know what was going on, and I was only like 11, 12, so I'm like, stop fucking playing, let me the fuck go, I can't see, get off of me, and I'm yelling, and I'm kicking, and I'm punching, and I'm like, stop fucking playing with me. I did not know who it was. I thought they were playing. So I'm like, stop fucking playing with me. And then when they put me in my godmother's room, they like, because remember I said they had me like this, and his arm was around my neck. So he's covering me like this, and then this neck is dragging me. So he pushes me in my godmother's room and then closed the doors behind him. And once he pushed me, I fell, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And when I looked up, I'm like, bitch, I'm pretty damn sure I fucking turned like I was a fucking ghost, paled. Because, bitch, let me tell you, I looked, my godmother, my god sister, both my god sisters, my godmother, my god sisters, their boyfriend, my sister Peanut, it wasn't Ed. My sister Peanut, I forgot who was the other two people, but there were two other people there. Were in that fucking room tied up. They had them laying on the ground. Well, not the ground, but the bedroom floor. Tied up with their hands behind their back and their legs was tied up. So once he pushed me on the floor, like, when I got up, I'm like, what the fuck? And I looked at them. These motherfuckers was bold too, because let me tell you, they didn't have no mask on their face, no none of that. They just had a hoodie on. You could see their fucking face. They were bold. Bold. But I'm like, I looked at them like, and I'm like, no. Like, mind you, I'm 11, 12, around there. Now I'm begging, like, no, please, no. The other guy was like, talk. Did they say it to my sister or my godmother? They told no, it was my godmother. They told my godmother, make her shut the fuck up. So, and then I'm like, no, please. I just kept saying, no, please. I guess I was talking too much. I was fucking nervous. What the fuck do they expect? And I'm young. I'm the only young one there. Like, I kept on, everything was running in my mind. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this is the way I'm going to die. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't even get to live my best life. Oh my God, I'm only 11, 12 years old around there. Like, what am I doing? Why did I come back? I should have stood the fuck upstairs. I should have never turned that corner. I should have never this. I should have never that. I should have known better. Like, all this was going through my mind, and I'm hyperventilating, and I'm bugging. They even went to go get me some water. Guy got me some water and came back and gave me the water. Then he tied me up. I'm like, please, no. All I kept doing was begging him, like, please do not kill me. Do not kill me. Do not let me die. He emptied my pockets. At that time, I had a pager. I didn't have a cell phone. He emptied my pockets. He took my pager. I had, what the fuck? What else did I have? I forgot what else I had. My pager, my chapstick, and I think I had like $10. That was it, $10. So they emptied my pocket, they ran my pocket, they took my whatever the fuck I had in my pocket, which wasn't much, just my pager, whatever. They tied me up, but they let me sit on the seat. They tied everybody else up and had them laying on the ground, well, on the floor, but they had me sitting on the seat. So they tied my hands to my back. It's like a fucking movie. They tied my hands to my back. They tied my feet to the chair. They told me, they said, I don't want to have to tape your mouth up, so don't run your mouth, don't this, don't that. So I'm like, can you just please let us go? Now he goes to my godmother's boyfriend. He's like, so where the fuck is the money? And he's like, what money? They kept on kicking him, where the fuck is the money? They kicking him, where the fuck is the money? So then the other dude hit my godmother upside her head with the butt of the thing, and was like, where the fuck is the candy? One of them is asking my godfather, well, my godmother's boyfriend, where the fuck is the money? And the other one is questioning my godmother, where the fuck is the candy? So they're both saying, I don't know what you're talking about. But they started stripping them off their clothes, taking their clothes off. We're gonna see who's gonna what. We're gonna see who got what. I better not find no fucking candy or no money. So I'm like, I kept telling myself, like, in my head, like, oh my God. And I'm like, can you just please let me go? Please, let me go, please. I never said nothing. I would never say I seen your name. I never heard your name. I never seen your face. I'm like, this didn't happen. Just please let me go. And then he smacked me. Shut the fuck up. I told you I don't want to have to duct tape your mouth up. Shut the fuck up. Stop running your mouth. And I'm like, nah, I got asthma. So I'm starting to have to ventilate, and now, like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. And then my sister was like, let her get her asthma pump. She got asthma. He was like, ain't nobody going no fucking where. I want that money, and I want that candy now. Nobody going nowhere. My sister was like, she has asthma. She's having a fucking asthma attack. And he was like, I don't give a fuck. If you care about her that much, give me the fucking money. Give me the fucking candy. I kept saying, like, please, like, you don't understand, like, and he was like, I keep telling you, stop fucking talking. And then my sister, Peanut, yelled at me, was like, just shut the fuck up, honestly. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. So I stood quiet. Now I'm quiet, but because my godmother and her boyfriend did not want to spill the beans, was telling them, oh, so let me find out you're gonna let yourselves, both of yourselves, get shot right in front of all these people. Like, you want me to blow your fucking head off? You think I'm fucking playing? So, and then I'm like, at this point, I'm next to my god sister, the pregnant one. On top of that, I'm next to my god sister, and I'm like, with my foot, I'm doing like this, so she could take a look at me or whatever. So she looked, and I'm like, I said, like telling her like, where is it? Because I'm pretty sure she knew. She just was trying to stay quiet because she wanted to live. But at the same time, I wanted to live too, baby. And it's clear that these motherfuckers ain't going nowhere until they get the moolah and the candy. So therefore, us staying here quiet is not going to do nothing, because the more that they stay here, the more mad they get, because they keep asking everybody, well, not everybody, but they keep asking where the fuck is it? And everybody's like, I don't know what you're talking about, I don't know what you're talking about. Why? I don't know why the fuck they were saying that, because that house was known for the best candies. Like, their candy business was on point. They know where the fuck they went. They know what the fuck they were doing. So if y'all know that y'all doing all this, they must have did their homework. They must have did they sitting out and looking to see who coming in, who coming what, who does that. They know a lot more than the fuck you think that we think that they know. They know a lot. Like, y'all well known for y'all candies and shit, and there's a lot of candy people coming to buy candy, and they know what's up, and y'all sitting here saying y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Like, come on now, for real. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, the only way we're gonna live is if somebody say something. Like, if nobody say nothing, we're gonna die one by one by one. They're gonna kill one person, the next person. They're gonna do that shit. Like, that boom, they're gonna do that one by one, and they're gonna make the other ones watch. So I was telling my god sister, like, I'm doing like this to her foot, and I'm like, where is it? I'm not moving my mouth, but I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Like, trying not to tell her, like, could you tell, like, speak up. You don't gotta tell me, but you could come on and be like, I know where it's at, I'll take you, whatever. So a little while, like, they kept on asking. Now they went from asking to demanding to hitting them to stripping them, like, all that. And they kept on saying ain't nobody going anywhere until motherfuckers open up their motherfucking mouth. I kept praying and praying. I got smacked twice because little old me, I'm young, I'm scared, I'm gonna be talking, I'm gonna say, please do this, please help us this, help us that. Hold on, y'all, I'm thirsty. So I kept on praying, like, God, please, I got smacked twice because little old me was scared and nervous, and I could not shut up. Like, I'm young. As y'all may see, these motherfuckers is grown, and they only speaking when they y'all telling them to, when told, when allowed. Or my ass is just jabbering. And they could see, like, I'm younger, like, so I kept on praying, like, just please help. Like, oh my God. So I'm starting to think, like, my mom is right upstairs. Like, my mom told me to come right the fuck back. So I'm pretty damn sure my mom's gonna come down here to get my ass because I took too long. And then she's gonna be in this mess, and then my mom is gonna be hurt. My mom's gonna get dragged in this. Oh my God, this cannot go any worse. So my sister was banging, and he's like, he kicked the fuck out of my sister, and he was like, stop the fucking bang. Somebody called the house phone, right? They made my godmother pick up the phone, not on the first try, because let me tell you, that phone was ringing 1,001 times. Like I said, they sell candy, so that fucking phone was ringing because motherfuckers wanted candy and buy candy. So if it's ringing the way it's ringing, and it's normally picked up at all times, every time it rings, if they ain't picking up, obviously motherfuckers are gonna start thinking, like, why the fuck they ain't picking it up? I guess them people caught on to it, and the people told them to pick it up. Told my godmother's boyfriend to pick up the phone. So he picked it up, and every time they call, right now, we'll give you a call later when we got something, or whatever the fuck the guy was telling them to say. So once they seen that phone was ringing like no tomorrow, and they're telling my godmother's boyfriend what to say and what not to say, that right there made it like, that was like music to their ears, because they was on some Y'all saying y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all saying y'all don't got this. Y'all saying y'all don't got that. But yet this motherfucking phone ringing. This fucking phone is popping. And they calling for Candy. And when I'm making you pick it up. And they picking it up like, yo, oh, I'm going over there for da-da-da-da-da. And they're like, oh, nah, we ain't good. We ain't this. We ain't that. The motherfuckers, the robbers, the guys, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they put on to that, and they told them, like, if y'all didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, if y'all didn't have this, if y'all didn't have that, that phone will not be ringing off the fucking hook. And when you pick it, and I'm telling you to pick it up and what to tell them, they won't be asking for what they're asking for if y'all didn't have it, and y'all didn't know what I'm talking about. So he was like, at this point, y'all playing with me. Y'all playing with me because y'all fucking lying. Y'all think this is a fucking game. Y'all think this is a fucking show. Y'all think that I'm not. Y'all think that I'm bluffing. I'm not gonna do nothing. They came to me, bitch. Me. They came to me. I guess since I was the young one, I was the little one. They came to me. They came to me. They put the thing to my. And they said, y'all still don't know what I'm talking about? First, when they put it, they was like, oh, so y'all still don't know what I'm talking about? And I'm like, no, please. I'm crying, going crazy. My sister's going crazy, everybody going crazy. Like, no, don't do that, please don't do that. And then he was like, well, tell me where the fuck is that? They still didn't want to say nothing. So and then I was like, please tell them, like, are you fucking serious? Y'all don't want to say nothing. He still got this shit. Like, are y'all fucking kidding me? You're gonna let me die? I was spazzing. So and then he said, put it right back on me and was like, so y'all gonna let this little girl lose her life over lies because y'all don't want to give shit up? He was like, you think I'm bluffing? He was like, I already, so you think I'm bluffing? You must not really love her. And I'm like, you're my godmother. I'm talking mad shit. And he's telling me, shut the fuck up. No, because now y'all got this shit to my head, so it don't even matter. I'm gonna fucking die. I kept on thinking like that. I'm gonna fucking die. And if I'm gonna fucking die, I'm gonna fucking die talking my shit. And I'm talking that shit to them like, y'all bitches. And even my godmother, because I knew what was going on. I was old enough to understand. You know what I mean? So I knew what the fuck they were looking for, and I knew where the fuck I knew that they had it, and I knew that they had money on top of that because a bitch like me went downstairs to begin with to get money. So I already knew that they had all that, and y'all really sitting here letting this motherfucker put this shit to me and threaten me and talking about he's gonna do this and this and that to me, and y'all want to save y'all money and save y'all candy, so y'all not giving it up. So y'all rather just have me. Like, no, I guess y'all not giving it up, right? So therefore, I guess that I'm gonna go down. And if I'm going down talking my shit. So I was talking shit to my godmother, to everybody. I'm like, fuck y'all not family, y'all not shit. Y'all literally are hanging y'all literally hanging me. Y'all really leaving me for dead. Like, I would never, ever, I'ma haunt y'all bitches. Like, I'm talking mad shit. Check this shit, alright? I'm talking shit, I'm saying I'm gonna die, whatever. Let me tell you how, I guess in the process while all this was happening, I didn't lock the door behind me when I came in the house. That door was never fucking locked. So I didn't lock that door behind me. And even if it was locked, my mother has keys to that house. My mother had keys because that's my mother's best friend's house. So if she loses her key or she can't get in, whatever, my mother had the spare key upstairs. So even though I never locked that door, like, my mother came in, heard everything. Like, she didn't do what I did. Hello, she didn't do all that. She went right to, because she was gonna go to my godmother's room. Exactly where my godmother would have been any fucking way. So she goes right. My mother came downstairs. While she came downstairs, she walked down the hall. She heard all this that was going on, because the way that my godmother's room was, okay, like I said, this is the hallway, and then this is the end of the hallway, so you gotta turn that way to go to the kitchen, and then my godmother's room, but the bathroom right here. So my godmother's room had two doors, one for the kitchen, you would go in or out from the kitchen, and then the hallway, this is her door right here on the hallway, so you could either go in and out from that door as well. So she had two doors. You pick and choose what door you want to fucking go to. Forgive or forget type of thing. So before my mother turned that corner, she heard all the commotion or whatever. My godmother's door, that door, it didn't have a doorknob. So you could look through the what's the name. So my mother did like that because she heard everything. She put her ear to the door. Then she went like this. Excuse me. She went like this to look through people. She seen everything. She started hyperventilating and panicking. She left out the house and she called the police. She called the popo ho. She told the popo and she was like, yeah, they got them on this, and that, and they all tied. And, I heard them saying, ain't nobody going nowhere until I get what I came for. And, my mother told them everything that was going on. So, I think my mom, I'm not sure, but because when they came, we didn't hear no sirens, no nothing. So I keep telling myself and I keep thinking like probably my mom told them like don't come with sirens or anything because my baby, my little daughter is in there and I don't want anything bad to happen to her, whatever. And he's already threatening them. And so probably my mom told them not to my mom probably told them not to come with their sirens, whatever, but I don't hear no sirens. I didn't hear no sirens. But they came, and when they came, bitch, they came in the door. They were so quiet, you didn't hear shit. You would have thought that these motherfuckers would have been at least been smart enough to keep looking out the window, make sure all the windows are closed, all the blinds are closed, all the doors are locked. They didn't do none of that. Like, and it's common sense because I walked right into the fucking bullshit. Like, I walked right into it. So they should have been like, oh, this bitch came in just like that, so let me make sure the door's locked. They didn't do that. So the cops came, and when the cops came, then had it to my god sister's belly. She's pregnant, remember I told y'all. They had it to her belly, and they told my godmother, this is the last chance I'm giving you. If you do not tell us where's the shit that we came here for, you're gonna be without you're gonna be without a grandchild. As he has the thing to her, boom, the cops bust open that door. Child, let me tell you, when they bust open that fucking door, they came through both doors too, because remember I told you there's one door right here, one door right there. So they was looking in the thing the whole entire time, so they know where they were going, how they were moving, like if we go this way, that way, you know what I'm saying, like shit like that. So some busted through this way, some busted through this way, and the minute that they bust through, they had their things on. They was like, let me see your hands, whatever. The ones that was close to me was the kitchen door. So when they busted through there was like 3 of them. And then on the other door, it was like 3 of them. So it probably was like, or maybe more. Probably was like 6 to 8 police officers in there. So the first 2 that came in, let me see your hands. And then the other one, like, just picked me up real quick and like not flung me, but picked me up real quick and took me out of the bedroom. And my mom was waiting right there. My mom grabbed me. We hauled ass. I didn't want to stay to see what else. I knew that they were good. Like I knew that they were good because the police is there, so everybody's gonna be safe. Everybody's gonna be okay, and the motherfuckers are gonna go to jail. So I didn't need to stick around for that no more. Plus I had to fucking leave anyway because I peed on myself. That's how fucking scared I was. I peed myself. So when they pushed me to my mom, like I hugged my mom and I just ran out the like I hugged her and my mom was like, come on, and we ran out and I ran upstairs and I told mom, I was like, hurry up. I was telling my mom, hurry up, run upstairs. I didn't want them to see that we were running upstairs because I didn't want them to know that we lived upstairs because God forbid, they could send somebody, like even though they go into jail, they could send their peoples and you know what I mean. I wouldn't try to do that. Like I just experienced something that no fucking 11-year-old or any child at that should witness ever in their life. I just went through that bullshit and I'm not doing it. Like, so we ran upstairs and my mom, like I was crying. Like my whole body, I had spaghetti legs, like my whole body. Motherfuckers probably thought I was doing the fucking Harlem Shake type of thing because I was just like shaking all over the place. I'm laughing now, but it wasn't laughing at the time. I was shaking all over the place. I was so fucking scared. Like, my mom tried to take me in the shower. Well, not trying to take me in the shower, but my mom was trying to tell me to go in the shower. Stinking. I was stank, girl. I was stank because I had pee everywhere because I peed myself. And I was scared to go in the fucking shower. Like, I didn't want to go in the shower. Like, I was so fucking scared. Listen. I ended up going with my dad after that. Like, I ended up staying with my dad for a few months because, like, and going to therapy and all that because that really fucked me up. And so yeah, the dudes that did it, they went to jail. My god sister, my godmother, and everybody, like they were good. They had to go to the hospital and stuff like that. But for like minor injuries. Like my godmother's boyfriend had a split on his head right here because they hit him with the thing. My godmother had a busted eye. I mean, yeah, like right here it was split open, and then a couple of other bruises and stuff like that. My god sister, one of my god sisters, and my other sister, Peanut, she had two broken ribs, I think. They asked me if I wanted to go to the hospital or whatever, and I'm like, no, because even though they was smacking me up, but I wasn't like badly beaten like the other ones. Like I wasn't that bad, you know what I mean? So I'm like, no, I don't want to go to the hospital. Like I'm telling you, like that shit that day fucked me all up. Like fucked me all up. But yeah, so they went to jail, and my godmother and everybody else, like they went to the hospital for their stitches, their staples, whatever, to cure up their fucking ribs and stuff like that. Like my mother had to move. My mother had to move because I was like, I'm not going back to the house, even though it didn't happen in our house, but still. Like, could you imagine? Like, nobody should ever go through that, especially no little kid. Like, I was a little ass girl. Like, that shit, I was traumatized. That shit had me traumatized for the longest. Like, I was not going back to the house. My mother had to move, and my mother moved. I went with my dad until my mother, you know what I'm saying, moved from there, because I was like, I ain't never going back to the house. So if you want me back, you're going to have to move, because I'm not going back there. Hell no. So, I stayed with my dad for like 6 months, and then my mother ended up moving, and then that's when I went back with my mom. And, I had a lot of therapy sessions and all that because I was really, very, very much traumatized. I wanted to stay in my room. I used to make sure all the fucking time that all the doors was locked. My mother had to get like 3 bold locks on the fucking front door, back door, like all doors. The windows had to be shut tight, like locked. The drapes and everything had to be down. Like I was fucking done for. Like I was traumatized. When I say traumatized, traumatized. I don't wish that on my worst enemy to go through what the fuck I went through. Tied up, your hands tied up, your legs, your feet tied up. You see your peoples that you love getting beat, getting smacked, getting kicked, getting busted with a fucking thing. Y'all know what I mean? The thing, yeah, busted upside their head and stuff like that. Like it was traumatizing, very much so. And I worked so hard to get over that and like to put that shit in the back of my brain. But anyway, guys, yeah, so this is the end of the story. I hope you guys like the story. If you did like the story, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Hit that subscribe button and come join the family. Hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video. And thanks for the love and support, you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.